Hello, my name is Grayson Carruthers, and today I felt the need to talk about what everybody's talking about, at least in the things that I follow, the Andrew Tate versus DeMoor boxing match that took place. Now, I want to preface this by saying I'm talking about this and going to be as objective as possible, but to set the table, I certainly have been a fan of Andrew Tate since roughly 2022. Seen a lot of things change over the years, seen a lot of things grow, but I just want to preface this by saying I'm coming this from an objective viewpoint just to share my 2 cents. And so really what I wanted to talk about with this is not so much the fight itself, but rather I see a lot of people online with the criticism of not just the performance, but more so how the performance has affected reputation, and you're not this, and you were trying to make everyone believe that. And really what I just want to say is that Andrew Tate definitely, he lost the boxing match. There's no way around that. But people, a specific quote was like, just a reminder, acting tough on the internet. And then it was like a picture of like, I think, his face down in the ring. And what I want to say is this, losing a fight like that does not necessarily undo anything that has been accomplished in terms of his message over the last few years. Me personally, I'm 23. Like I said, I found the masculine message of Andrew Tate in 2022 when I was 19 years old, and there's some controversy around. Some people think it's good, some people think it's bad. With everybody, nobody's perfect. You're gonna have some mistakes, some things that you don't agree with. I mean, even the best president in the United States, at whatever that's considered by anybody, nobody's perfect, right? So let's get that out of the way. But it really resonated with me over time, the work hard and things like that, and do things even if you don't want to do it. And I think that the fact that Andrew Tate went out there and lost that fight is a testament to his entire message from the beginning. A man who goes and serves inside of the military, if they don't come home, are they a failure because they were a casualty, or because they were fearless enough to go over and serve their country and that happened? And of course, I'm not comparing, a social media star boxing to anyone who's lost a loved one, so please don't take it that way. But more so what I'm saying is, Andrew Tate going and fighting at this age with his reputation on the line in a non-fixed boxing match is exactly what his message has been this entire time. He risked everything he had. He could have been someone who for the rest of his life and career could have continued up the persona of, oh, I'm the tough guy, oh, I was this, oh, I was that, oh, I would beat this person up. He went out there and took the chance and lost, don't get me wrong, but he put his reputation on the line even whenever he was afraid to do so, because like he said, he knew he was too old, he knew this, he knew that, but that didn't prevent him from going out there. And so I know I'm kind of walking in circles, figuratively and literally a little bit, but I kind of just wanted to come on here and say, it's like, look, I don't care if you like someone, if you don't like someone, and I'm not even gonna say, hey, you need to take any of that stuff back, because at the end of the day, that's your opinion. But all I am gonna say is try and look at it from the perspective of, it doesn't mean somebody's not tough. It doesn't mean somebody doesn't work hard. It doesn't mean somebody's a pussy. It doesn't mean somebody's not a man, because they put their all into something and they lost. Me personally, I've put my all into plenty of things and lost, but I've continued going. I told you guys in a video that I posted in the beginning of this channel, I started over at the age of 23, financially, physically, and all of that stuff. And does that make me, you know, a pussy or anything like that because of my starting point? No. So if anything, my respect for the man has just increased tenfold because of the fact that he did take the risk to put himself out there, and because he showed the entire world, you know, that he was not afraid to put his reputation on the line and to take the risk. And I think that you giving something a try like that, you can't be called a pussy for that. You know, I know a lot of people don't like him. A lot of people, you know, want to make themselves feel good. And like I said, to each their own. But I just want to come on here and just give my personal perspective, and don't think that actually anything was lost in that. What we saw is that the guy is 40 years old and he cannot compete at a, you know, martial art level with the rest of people. And that doesn't necessarily mean that anything you said over the last however many years is not true, or that the legacy you created for yourself in the first place is tarnished in any way. So, you know, I hope some people understand what I'm trying to say. If you disagree with me, please give, you know, your reasons in the comments. Like I said, I certainly do like the guy, but I'm also very open to hearing what other people have to say, of course, because if I was trying to speak to people and want them to have an open mind of what I'm saying, of course I need to have an open mind myself. So just go ahead and let me know what you think of the whole situation. Is it a win? Is it a loss? How do you see it? And yeah, I'm really looking to get back into these videos. Things have been crazy, and maybe I'll do another video talking about that soon. So take care. Thank you so much.